Hi, my name is Nicole Marble, and I am currently partnered with YOM at the Steinbach location. Apologetics, what are we talking about? Simply, apologetics is the practice of defending the Christian faith by considering questions raised against what believers consider truth. A question that's brought up when talking about how we relate to God is how to determine what kinds of actions and values are right and wrong. What we consider right and wrong is called morals or morality. If Christians believe that God determines and communicates our morality, what we know to be right and wrong, what happens with the idea of morality if someone doesn't believe in God? Doesn't everyone in the world, Christian or not, make choices every day based on their sense of right and wrong? When we read the Bible and when we talk about God, we often mention sin. But do you know where the term sin came from? In ancient days, it was used in archery, when the arrow missed the mark of the target and went out of bounds. When the arrow went over beside the bullseye, you sinned. In the Christian faith, we would consider God to be the creator of the target. The target includes how we are to live in a way that respects Him, ourselves, and others. We learn about this through the Bible and through the Holy Spirit. We're responsible to aim for His target, and by doing so, we are demonstrating our love for God. He didn't create the target carelessly or for no reason. God deeply shows His care and concern for people through how He asks us to care for one another. And who else would know better how to care for people than the creator of people? He knows our needs, our wants, our hurts, and even our vulnerabilities, even better than we know ourselves. By giving boundaries to how we treat one another, God shows us that we have significant value. He defines right and wrong, our morality, and wants to see us do right, according to how He's designed right to look. Of course, sometimes arrows miss the mark. In fact, God doesn't expect bullseye shots every time because He knows that as people, we struggle with all sorts of things that influence our aim. This is where things become unfair. God chooses to love us even when we miss the mark, even when we don't deserve it. That's the very definition of grace, undeserved approval. Christians believe that God gives grace to people because He desires a relationship with us, a connection that we're incapable of earning on our own ability. How would you determine fairness for hitting or missing a bullseye if every target were varying sizes and shapes, different distances, closer and further away, created by a whole range of people and their personal values? We consider God an objective creator and people as subjective to their preferences shaped by all sorts of factors. We would never be able to hit everyone's version of a perfect bullseye, but if we aim for God's, one that He is committed to help us hit when we ask, we have a clearer focus of our mission, and we're more likely to succeed. When talking with others about morality and faith, consider the reason for the question. Does the person have an intellectual, emotional, or a freedom concern? We often think that people require an intellectual answer, and so we provide a lot of facts. Maybe the person has been hurt, or witnessed hurt by someone who claimed to be Christian, and they're looking for emotional care. Some people may not like the idea of being accountable to God and think it takes away their sense of freedom and choice. When having these kind of conversations, remember the goal is not to pummel your questioning friend with proof so they feel outmatched and embarrassed for even asking. We desire to engage their questions in a way that shows the character of Christ. We listen, we relate to the struggle of asking big life questions, and we assure them that God can handle our wide range of emotions through the process. Thanks so much for listening.